But listen, she took her love and she took it down. People is reporting that Gisele Bündchen is pregnant with her third child. This is her first child, however, with boyfriend Joaquim Valente, which is her jiu-jitsu instructor. Spicy. Fans, well, what are they doing? They're actually flocking to her ex-husband Tom Brady's Instagram because the former quarterback posted this very sad-looking sunset with lyrics from the classic ballad Landslide just hours after the news of Gisele's pregnancy came out. So, Catherine, I don't know if people are trying to read way too much into that or not. What do you make of either that post or Gisele's news?
I love the news. I have long advocated having a baby with your jiu-jitsu instructor if you can. And I think that men come and go. You can take that however you like, and that a woman's biological legacy is very temporary. And when I see a 44-year-old woman having a baby like that, what is she gonna do? Wait and decide if this was the right relationship. She's added to her wonderful family. Good for her, however she's done it. Great.
Great, wonderful. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I have a slightly different take on this because I have a lot of girlfriends who are divorced and have kids, and they're looking for love. And a lot of them have found a second love. And some of them have found partners who don't have any children. And we've talked about like this unspoken pressure to give this new partner a baby as well. And there's actually a guy that I dated. I dated him fresh off of his breakup with his last fiance, and she was divorced and she had 3 kids. And I'm like, so why did you guys break up? He was like, well, they had a discussion about having kids. And she said, listen, my youngest is 10. I'm not starting from scratch. And he was so incensed, and that broke up their relationship because in his mind, he was like, so I'm going to help you raise your 3 and I'm not gonna get one of my own. I'm not going to a graduation. I get no children. How could you? And they broke up. Funny story is, she met another guy after that, and she had a kid for that guy, and that guy also didn't have children. So I'm wondering, I'm not projecting on Gisele because I don't know her. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a pressure, because this guy's 37 years old, he has no children. If she felt a little bit like, well, I have my kids, but I also want to give him the pleasure of having a family. I'm wondering if that's going on in her mind.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sam?
I mean, listen, we can't possibly know. It's possible that this relationship between them, I think people are doing the calculations, that maybe it started a long time before the relationship with Tom was actually done. So people are being like, oh, this happened so fast, but we don't know. Anyway, all I know is that this story made me think about myself, make it all about me. I was like recognizing that as soon as I turned 40, I got this message from, I think, the world and my family and the culture and whatever, saying like, you're too old to have kids, another child. And I've shared on the show before that I felt deep regret around that, but it felt like that door was closed after that. There was too many risks. It was gonna be too hard to have a second child. And now when I hear about these like 44-year-olds, and I mean like whatever, there was a 49-year-old, who was it?
Janet Jackson had a baby at 50.
At 50. And when we hear about these things, I think it does a disservice to women. Women who've never had children, women who contemplating have more children and felt like that window had closed, because what we don't hear is how this happened. And maybe it happened naturally, but statistically...
Oh, I'll tell you. You want stats?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I absolutely agree with you. I think that I am so happy for Gisele, and I hope that maybe if I could put it out in the ether, that one day she might disclose how she got pregnant, because the chances of a woman who is 44 to have a pregnancy this way, and I don't like to use the word naturally because fertility doctors use the word spontaneous pregnancy. Spontaneous pregnancy at age 44 for a woman, you have a 1 to 2% chance. That's it. However, if you throw IVF into the mix, now you're looking at different numbers. And I don't mean IVF with your own eggs. It's not the age of the woman, it's the age of our eggs. So if you actually bring IVF into this, and I want to shout out Dr. Kajal Abrol. She's a wonderful fertility doctor who's in the city. She said if there was a donor egg, and the donor was age 30 or younger, your chances of success are actually 50 to 60%. So if we knew this about Gisele, and she's entitled.
Do we have a cost analysis?
$20,000 a cycle.
The minimum.
So you see, what I'm saying is, to your point, as women, as regular women who watch this, and you can be happy for her. We're happy for her.
Yeah, no shade to her.
But on the other hand, let's make it realistic. Regular women cannot afford $20,000 per cycle for a 50 to 60% chance. That's not a 100% chance.
No.
It's 50 to 60% or a 1 to 2% chance if you're age 44 with a spontaneous pregnancy. That's the reality, not Gisele's case.
That makes me feel better.
Right?
I mean, I don't know what the full story is, but that makes me feel better.
There you go.
I don't know.
All right, let's move on.
talk.
But if I'm putting it out there, any jiu-jitsu instructors, I'm single.
Call.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.